With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy, blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 3 of 4.
Etc.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
All the old worships indicate the existence of a single theosophy anterior to them. The key that is to open one must open all. Otherwise, it cannot be the right key. Please continue watching to hear more about the ancient wisdom of Theosophy.
Vegan, because we know meat eating is destroying our planet.
If you ever visit the country of Georgia, their hospitable people will greet you with Kamarjoba. That's a friendly hello in the Georgian language. I am Levan. The compassionate people of Georgia are inspired by your determination to follow divine guidance. May God bless your noble actions. Gentle viewers, welcome to part 1 of Selections from Theosophy's Sacred Teachings and the Key to Theosophy. The 19th century Madame Helena Petrovna Blavatsky was born into a noble family in Ukraine. As a child, young Helena displayed a gift for clairvoyance as well as an interest in metaphysical phenomena. Years later, she traveled throughout Europe and the Middle East and India, studying with various teachers and Sufi saints. Following the guidance of an Indian yogi named Mahatma Maurya, Madame Blavatsky co-founded the Theosophical Society. Theosophy, meaning divine wisdom, refers to knowledge that comes through a spiritual experience rather than intellectual understanding alone. The Theosophical Society is dedicated to uplifting humanity through a realization of the oneness of life and the wisdom underlying all religions. Madame Blavatsky wrote several important books on Theosophy, including Isis Unveiled, The Secret Doctrine, The Key to Theosophy, and The Voice of the Silence. The Key to Theosophy unlocks the door that leads to a deeper study of Theosophy. In contrast to other Theosophy volumes, it is written in simple explanatory language. Readers are thus able to more easily understand its fundamental principles. Today on Words of Wisdom, we invite you to join us for excerpts from The Key to Theosophy. The meaning of the name. Inquire. Theosophy and its doctrines are often referred to as a newfangled religion. Is it a religion? Theosophist. It is not. Theosophy is divine knowledge or science. Inquirer. What is the real meaning of the term? Theosophist. Divine wisdom. Theosophia, or wisdom of the gods, as Theogonia, genealogy of the gods. The word theos means a god in Greek, one of the divine beings, certainly not God in the sense attached in our day to the term. Therefore, it is not wisdom of God, as translated by some, but divine wisdom, such as that possessed by the gods. The term is many thousands of years old. Inquirer, what is the origin of the name? Theosophist. It comes to us from the Alexandrian philosophers called lovers of truth, Philatheans, from Phil, loving, and Aletheia, truth. The name Theosophy dates from the 3rd century of our era and began with Ammonius Saccas and his disciples, who started the eclectic theosophical system. Inquirer. What was the object of this system? Theosophist. First of all, to inculcate certain great moral truths upon its disciples and all those who were lovers of the truth. Hence, the motto adopted by the Theosophical Society: there is no religion higher than truth. The chief aim of the founders of the eclectic Theosophical school was one of the three objects of its modern successor, the Theosophical Society, namely to reconcile all religions, alternative beliefs, and nations under a common system of ethics based on eternal verities. Inquirer, what have you to show that this is not an impossible dream, and that all the world's religions are based on the one and the same truth? Theosophist. Their comparative study and analysis. The wisdom religion was one in antiquity, and the sameness of primitive religious philosophy is proven to us by the identical doctrines taught to the initiates during the mysteries, an institution once universally diffused. All the old worships indicate the existence of a single theosophy anterior to them. The key that is to open one must open all, otherwise it cannot be the right key. Inquirer, in the days of Ammonius, there were several ancient great religions, and numerous were the alternative beliefs in Egypt and Palestine alone. How could you reconcile them? Theosophist, by doing that which we again try to do now. The Neoplatonists were a large body and belonged to various religious philosophies. So do our Theosophists. In those days, the Jew Aristobulus affirmed that the ethics of Aristotle represented the esoteric teachings of the law of Moses. Philojudeus endeavored to reconcile the Pentateuch with the Pythagorean and Platonic philosophy, and Josephus proved that the essence of Carmel were simply the copyists and followers of the Egyptian Terephua, or the healers. So it is in our day. We can show the line of descent of every Christian religion, as of every, even the smallest alternative beliefs. The latter are the minor twigs or shoots grown on the larger branches, but shoots and branches spring from the same trunk, the wisdom religion. To prove this was the aim of Ammonius, who endeavored to induce Gentiles and Christians, Jews and idolaters, to lay aside their contentions and strifes, remembering only that they were all in possession of the same truth on the various vestments, and were all the children of a common mother. This is the aim of Theosophy likewise. Inquirer, what are your authorities for saying this of the ancient Theosophists of Alexandria? Theosophist, an almost countless number of well-known writers. Mosheim, one of them, says that Ammonius taught that the religion of the multitude went hand in hand with philosophy, and with her had shared the fate of being by degrees corrupted and obscured with mere human conceits, superstitions, and lies, that it ought therefore to be brought back to its original purity by purging it of the dross and expounding it upon philosophical principles, and the whole Christ had in view was to reinstate and restore to its primitive integrity the wisdom of the ancients, to reduce within bounds the universally prevailing dominion of superstition, and in part to correct, and in part to exterminate the various errors that had found their way into the different popular religions. This again is precisely what the modern Theosophists say. But while the great Philalethian was supported and helped in the policy he pursued by two church fathers, Clement and Athenagoras, by all the learned rabbis of the synagogue, the Academy of the Groves, and while he taught a common doctrine for all, we, his followers on the same line, receive no recognition, but on the contrary, are abused and persecuted. People 1,500 years ago are thus shown to have been more tolerant than they are in this enlightened century. Inquirer, was he encouraged and supported by the Church? Because notwithstanding his heresies, Ammonius taught Christianity and was a Christian? Theosophist, not at all. He was born a Christian, but never accepted church Christianity, as said of him by the same writer. He had but to propound his instructions according to the ancient pillars of Hermes, which Plato and Pythagoras knew before, and from them constituted their philosophy. Finding the same in the prologue of the Gospel according to St. John, he very properly supposed that the purpose of Jesus was to restore the great doctrine of wisdom in its primitive integrity. The narratives of the Bible and the stories of the gods he considered to be allegories illustrative of the truth, or else fables to be rejected. Moreover, as says the Edinburgh Encyclopedia, he acknowledged that Jesus Christ was an excellent man and the friend of God, but alleged that it was not his design entirely to abolish the worship of lesser gods, and that his only intention was to purify the ancient religion.
The meat industry is one of the most destructive ecological industries on the planet. Captain Paul Watson, vegan.
Insightful viewers, it has been a pleasure to have you with us today on Words of Wisdom. Please join us again tomorrow for part 2 of this program. Coming up next is atmospheric water generation technology, a sustainable solution to the global water crisis. May your heart rejoice every moment in the grace of heaven.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Манай нэвтрүүлгүүд олон хэлээр гардаг зочлог хаяг Supreme Master TV /com/schedule болон Supreme Master TV /com/WOW